Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bluebelly Gaming channel. I wanted to give you a tour of a farm that I've been building here for a bit on no man's land. If you are familiar with this map, it's basically untamed wilderness, and so I'll show you. You start off on the map down here at the works, at the store with very little, and these are all open area. And so I purchased 25, 15, and 14. And so I drove up the road here, and I'm going to show you uh, live action here. I'll take you on a tour of what I've built. Now, I didn't purchase this 36, field 36, or land 36 to get me over to mine. So I do have to cut through some unpurchased land. But this is basically where I start. This was my first field. I cut it in with a subsoil, or well, with a plow. And I just recently did a crop of, I believe it was wheat or oats, maybe oats, so that I could get some oat straw for the animals. But you come in here on the road, we've got another small field here on the right that runs along the border. And I guess I'll just take the small yards on the way. So first here on the left-hand side is our pig yard. We've got the oat straw I was just talking about. We've got some corn. This tractor we're running on this farm is a Case Vestrum. You can get this in the mod hub. It's a really nice little tractor. I forget the horsepower, but it's perfect for this, loader work. Not a ton of field work, but it can do some. I've got an old Minneapolis Moline here. I forget job it was most recently on. Even though it's muddy, it runs great. I just need to wash it off. So I put in this little pig pen. I got this off of the mod hub as well. Got the pigs out here. I think the purchasing is back here, but they've got straw. They've got plenty of corn now as their main food. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more of those. This field here that we're looking at, I call the island field because I left those two trees out there and a little bit of an island in the middle. I know it would take me, 2 minutes to cut those trees and sell the lumber and plow that middle over. But I decided to leave it. I thought it gave it some character. And it's a pretty nice field. It has quite a bit. This little field over here is not super big, but it's enough to get, several thousand liters of whatever you decide to plant. So as we come down here, I've got some seeds. I've got the equipment shed. We're running this John Deere combine because I got that as a mod through the Tired Iron modding group, and it's very affordable. This whole setup is on kind of a shoestring budget. We are a little bit in debt, and I'm hoping to work to pay that debt off. But let's hop out here and take a look. This is a John Deere Cedar. That New Holland is under lease. But that's my forager that I am using to get silage. So that's some forage. When I picked up some straw, it turned into chaff, which I couldn't put in here because this was already silage. But I'll deal with that later. So there's a decent amount of silage here left that we're using as our primary feed. For these brown and white cows, they are doing fine. We've got a little bit of manure here. We've got slurry, and over there I think is the purchasing area. I put these are oat straw bales that I got. This is where you do the water, and this is the milk. Again, I believe I got this off of the mod hub. It's more of a European style than an American style, but I really liked, for one thing, it was very affordable compared to a lot of the cow barns. And it's simple. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an area for the cows to walk around outside. That's kind of a bummer. But, it was a nice little setup. So I actually started this, if you can believe it, up here. The first building that I placed was this wooden building, and I actually parked my first tractor in here, but um, now I'm gonna hopefully turn it into storage for other supplies. But I really like that sort of pole building there. This is obviously my sheep pen. They were the first animals that I got because there's tons of grass on this map. When you buy 3 chunks of land. So basically, up there, that part I intend to keep as my grass production. I haven't plowed it and replanted the grass. I'm just cutting the native grass, which isn't a super great yield. But here's some of our wool. And then over here is where I have the water set up. Now, I know that there are like water pipes that you can use to fill various other mods that I haven't done yet. I'm aware of those, but this is some grass that I dumped here a while ago, and I just keep filling off of it. But eventually, we'll need to get a new wagon load. This is another in-game mod that I really liked, oddly enough. Let's see if I can find it here in the garage. It is, maybe it is still leased. It's this thing. Well, let me pull it up. This Fortschritt trailer is fully customizable. Like, when I saw it like this, I thought, it looks a little boring and sort of military-like. But I was able to put chrome rims on it and a custom color and put an extension. I think it holds like 14,000 liters, something like that. So I really like it, and I have it with this Chevy truck, which I probably should have told you about. I am running this truck I got from the Expendables modding group, Facebook group. If you know most PC players that play with mods probably know those guys, and I really like this truck. It's been a great farm truck. So this is a Deutz Alice that I'm running, a pretty big cultivator. I'm about to do this field next. That's the next job on the farm. But that Deutz Alice, I want to say maybe old school farming is probably where I got that. Maybe tired iron, but I think it was old school farming. So I call these the little fields down here. They're not that little, but this one's got that beautiful rock there. And then I usually, whatever I put in this one, I put in that one also. This over here on the left is my big field. I just did sunflowers in it last time because I had the corn header for corn for pig feed. So I figured I'd do sunflowers for something different. The temptation with this map is to do soybeans every time, and I just don't, I don't want to get into that. So the last feature I'll show you before I let you all go is this apple tree up here, actually. This was not native to the map. This is another mod, and this apple tree, if you give it water and manure, will yield money I believe it's every hour. So the problem with it is it costs $10,000 per tree. So I want to put an orchard up here, and it may just be an orchard of 4, because that'll be 40 grand invested to having these trees. But then they'll make money indefinitely as long as I keep them watered. So yeah, that's pretty much the farm here. When you start off with nothing. And I wanted to get livestock in, and I wanted to have a way to feed all the animals, and we've got basically a sustainable setup. Now you might be noticing that we do not have a proper silo. It's my vision to put a proper silo somewhere, maybe here at some point, but we're in a financial position now that is not amazing. We're still 90 grand in debt. We could drop it down and, use the 70 grand that we have in pocket right now, but I'm thinking about using some of this 70 grand for like a workshop so I can work on my equipment and maintain it, so I don't have to drive all the way up to the store for that. Maybe eventually we'll get a fuel tank and some other things. So I hope you enjoyed checking out the farm here. If you have any comments or questions, drop them down below. I love talking about Farm Sim. I love playing the game. So if that's something that interests you, I know there's these little stumps everywhere. I need to get a stump grinder and pop those out, and need to wash my old tractors, and lots of things to do. There's always something to do on the farm. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for checking out the tour with me. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a good day. Bye for now.